Okay, am I in here? Can everybody see? Everybody here? Why are you not in the thing? Why are you not on the stage though?
It says I missed though. It says everyone is able to see and hear me.
Everybody can see us both? You can see us both? That I got tissues already.
Yeah.
Uh, can you guys see us both or no? Please, somebody answer. You don't see us. Okay, that's what I thought. So I gotta add you to the stage. So I think it's I know what it is. I'm learning, so bear with me. I'm a TikToker, so these things are just getting a little bit better as I go. Let's do. Let's see. Come on, man. Take that off. Okay, so let's take off the overlay hide. Okay, boom, and now I can add you to the stage. Yes, figured
There
it
we go.
out.
There we go. We
Okay,
got
there
it.
we go.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Like, you
There we
can teach an
go.
old
We
dog new
got it.
tricks.
There we go.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys for coming out today. I have Diane's oldest son, Brandon, with us. And first and foremost, I want to say this is not a Q&A, so we're not going to be focusing on the chat and any questions. And it's just bring him on and have him say something. He's been a pretty private person, so we're honored to have him, and we're just going to be respectful. The mods are not playing around. You will get muted. Serious stuff, you will get blocked instantly. So no hard feelings, guys. That's just how it goes. In the link in my bio has the GoFundMe for Zane and Brandon. So that'll take you directly to the GoFundMe. So this is what we've been preaching about the whole time. That link's in there. The mods are going to throw it up in the chat consistently as well. And I also wanted to say that anything that you guys donate tonight will be going to their GoFundMe as well. So everything is going to them. I want to give them a good boost up. It's sad that we could get 94K for this douche, but we can't get more than 16K for these boys, and it's just a help. So leading off with that, I want to go to you, Brandon, and just talk about if you want to go back to um, the GoFundMe portion of it when I was harassing you. Actually, not really. I feel like a lot of people were, but I wanted to talk to you about that because I know you took forever to do one, and I wanted it to come from you.
Yeah, of course. And actually, it's before I start that actually little story. I actually want to go out and say, with the GoFundMe, I really appreciate everyone that had really donated. It really warms my heart, and it really lets me know that there is still good people out here, and everything is really appreciated, and I love everyone for that. Thank you. And then onto about the GoFundMe is that we didn't want to create the GoFundMe for about 4 or 5 years. It's just because we felt like we didn't want a handout at the point in time. I was only like 24, like 25. Even with my brother, maybe a freshman in high school, sophomore at most, and we both had a conversation about it, and we didn't want a handout. But also, with everything that is presented to us, it also takes that one good hearing, because there's a difference from hearing and listening. From what everyone was telling us, yo man, won't you create a GoFundMe? Won't you create a GoFundMe? I just wanted that one like little like sentence that'll make me create it, and I didn't get that until about 4 or 5 years later. And that is when my best friend Timmy had told me. He's like, yo, um, if you're not gonna create the GoFundMe, let me just tell you this. Let me put this into like a certain it's a perspective. And the one thing he told me was, when you just think of it as your mom is just creating blessings for you from up above. And that's the one thing that had got me to listen, and it finally convinced me. And then the second time one of my managers from work had told me, he's like, it's not a handout, it's a help up. So those are the things that really convinced me to like finally created.
I
So
love
that'll
that, and
be
I thank you for that. And in the beginning, you were definitely like, "Hey, I'll let you know if I end up doing that. I haven't wanted to." And then you just came up and were like, "You know what? Okay, here's my link." And it was like us kind of telling you, "Hey, there's a lot of mama bears and papa bears out there that just want to do something nice." That's why I said, I don't care if you fill up your fridge, you go get gas, you pay bills that you haven't been able to get to, you go on a vacation. I don't give a crap what you did. We just wanted to make you smile because money's temporary and it's not going to bring your mom back, but it will at least kind of help you out, at least show you that there's good in the world. So I love that. Um,
oh yes. I mean,
so
it really did show me because at that point in time, I was going through a deep depression. So like my mindset wasn't all there. You know what I mean? So like I'm in the middle of my small depression and I'm not in the right mindset. So I'm here just thinking, you know what? No, I don't want to hand out. I'm just avoiding it, reading all these messages on Instagram, on Facebook. I didn't have TikTok at the time. I had just went and got TikTok maybe less than a year ago. I don't feed into TikTok at all though, that much. But it's just I was just avoiding it the whole time. And while I'm in that deep depression, I needed those words to finally convince me. Some like strong words, and it finally had convinced me. And I'm grateful for it because at the end of the day, it still showed me
I love that
that
for
there is
you
like
so
great
much.
people. So
Oh yes,
sorry
they
about
are
that.
good people. And
I was just
no,
stuttering
you're
now.
good.
Yeah, yeah. And
You're
there's great
you're
people
totally
out in this
fine.
world, and it helped me out. So that's all it
Yeah,
really was. It really did show me, and it really made an impact. It really made an impact on me going through my small depression at the end of it.
I love
So it
that. And
shed
I
it
wanted
shed
to
major light into my dark tunnel.
oh, yes,
So
that's definitely something I'm going to touch on a little bit because I want to ask you something, but we're going to get there. I did
yeah,
want to give a
go ahead.
shout out to if you see Duty Ron up here. Duty Ron, he donated $100 to you today. He's also actually donated a lot of money from his community. Duty Ron is retired from the NYPD. He covers a lot of crime cases that are top level, and he always has been an advocate for your mom and for Christine Melton. So I wanted to give him a shout out as well. He's here. He's one of my moderators. His community is beautiful. We've actually
Shout out
merged
to
the
Duty Ron.
communities. So Duty Ron here, he's your guy.
Yeah.
He covers.
I did see a few things with you though, but I do want to say thank you personally, bro. Thank you. And thank you for everything that you have done in this world as well.
Yep, and then the second one would be Jumpsuit Pablo. You already know. You already gave him a shout out in Bunny's podcast,
That's
which
another
was great,
one.
by the
That's
way.
another one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and I'm
he
waiting to
he's
speak to
actually
him though.
made
I'm
it.
waiting to speak to Jumpsuit right now.
So you just you never because you just said you don't even look at anything involved with this, so you never even saw like Jumpsuits videos, right?
Uh, I've I've seen the name like just like scrolling through like TikTok, but like
Yeah.
even though like anything that involved it, I would just scroll right past it because I don't like to feed into it. I don't want to see anything of it though. But I do remember seeing the Jumpsuit Pablo on there.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's advocated for you guys. And get that his community showed up, and that's where the kiosk donations came in for you. And I know you
Yeah,
already told me that we're going to talk with him as well. So
yeah. I'm
just want to
waiting to
give them the
speak to
shout out
him.
because we
I
were.
got a whole lot to tell him. Sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt though.
no, you're fine. I'm like an interrupter too. So listen, we'll interrupt each other. I'm not a professional, I'm just talking to you as a friend and not anything else. That's why I said no Q&A because I just want it to be as comfortable as we've been chatting. I did want to say, like, I want to tell the community because I don't ever talk about you. So whatever you said behind the scenes, I don't address that because I felt like that's our business. But when like now that I have you on here and you're in person, I just always love how humble you are. I love your strength and your courage. I love how you are like not interested in like you straight up told me like I don't care about no dramas and I never brought any drama to you, right?
Exactly, exactly.
I want people to know I never came. I don't ever tell you any. I shelter you from all that crap because that's irrelevant.
Of
But
course.
your friendship has meant a lot to me of being able to put the trust and know that we had your best interest and feeling comfortable to let us rally for you and try to show some love and show that there is good in the world. Um, but yeah, I love that like everything that you say, just your how you carry yourself. I love that your mom instilled those things in you. It tells me how beautiful that she was, and she thrives in you. She's living in you, and I could tell just by talking with you what kind of a mom you had. And so
Yeah.
I definitely want to like kind of touch on some of those things because a lot of people just don't know. We've been fighting and we don't know much about your mom besides what we could find on some news article. So what better than having you tell us,
True
so
that.
like does she have like a favorite drink? Favorite
Favorite
go-to
drink?
drink?
Are we talking about like soda? Are we talking about liquor? I guess I'll say
Tell us
both. I guess
both.
I'll say I guess I'll say both. I guess I'll say both. She loved Pepsi. Love Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Any other drink? When it comes like alcohol, she loved the Fireball. She loved their Fireball. And now, if she wanted to drink a beer, she loved Ultras.
Ultras. Okay, I
Those are
like that.
always, those are her go tos.
I actually spoke with Linda, who told me that Fireball was her go-to, and I'm like, I'll do a tequila shot for her, but I'm not doing Fireball. It's giving me indigestion just thinking about it. I don't. You have to have a
Yeah,
strong stomach to get through that cinnamon, man.
yeah. And when I look at Fireball, I just
Yeah.
immediately just throw up. I'm like, yeah, no, I can't look at that anymore. I'm good. I'm good. It's way too strong. I can't do it. It's way too sweet. It's not my kind of drink. I do like tequila
What's
though,
your
my damn
go-to?
self.
Oh, you're a
I say
tequila?
tequila. I like tequila and I like espresso martinis. A lot of people can say that about me.
Ooh, I love me a good espresso. Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
is those things catch up to you real quick though. They go down so easy and the next thing you know you're like, "Yeah, I ain't going nowhere." I love
it's
that.
so
And what kind of
it's
tequila?
always good to have an espresso martini, like after a long day of work, and then you just go to the bar and then order an espresso martini. Always gets the job done every time.
Love it. But what kind of tequila you drink?
Oh, I don't really have a preference into tequila. It's just the only one I don't like is the 1800s. I don't like 1800 though.
Ooh,
You know, I'm not bougie.
me and Jose.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't like 1800. I don't like the taste of it. You know, I'm more on the cheaper end. I'll probably go like maybe the Casamigos,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Patron or something. So
I'm a Don Julio myself. That's my jam.
yeah.
But yeah, I can't do 1800 either. There's the thought of it. Like me and Jose, we broke up when I was like 17, so we're good. I stay away from that dude. He is no good at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to get. How about like, what's her favorite color?
Favorite color? I would say pink or purple. It depends. It'll depend on the situation because when it comes to cars, she like purple.
Do you like purple cars?
And she like always spoke about a purple Lambo. A purple Lambo. Always wanted a
That was
purple
like her dream
Lambo.
car. I
Dream
love
color
that.
car. A dream color car. I don't know what kind of purple though, but it was a type of purple. I don't know if it was like light, dark, but it was just always a purple. She never really like specified, but I would I would know if she ever had went and got a purple car that I would know the right color of purple though.
Love that. Oh man, get some money for there. That's gonna take a while to save up for that kind of a dream. But like, hey, maybe one day you could be driving one for your look, mom. We made it.
Hey, well, she is actually the reason why purple is actually my favorite color as well though. A dark purple.
Oh,
I like purple as
okay.
well. It's my favorite color.
Wow,
So,
I love that. Not too many dudes say purple. I swear. That's just I
oh,
love that
always
you're
purple.
thinking outside. That's you and your mom
Yes.
had the same favorite color. That's awesome. Now how about flowers? Was she a flower person?
Rose, Rose is her middle name is Rose.
Oh, okay.
Rose. Diane Rose Ruiz.
I love
So
that.
actually, let me show you something actually though, because I actually got a tattoo right here that's like for her. I don't know if you're able to see it.
Kind of. It's
But
dark.
here, let me see if I can put it like out in the light. I'm trying to get the right angle. So it's the rose with the hazel eyes. My mother had some she had hazel eyes though, but if you know you have hazel eyes though, when they're in the dark, they're more brownish or honeyish in the dark, but like when you're out in the light, they shine more green or yellow.
I
So
love
so
that.
I got the two roses because of her middle name, and then I got the hazel eye for her because I loved when we would just go out on the light. We would go to the beach. She would be at my soccer games. She would be cheering me on, and I could just see the nice hazel eyes on her. and I actually have the same exact eyes as hers as well.
Oh my
So
God. I love to hear these things. This is making my heart so happy. My mom heart is like so pumped right now.
yeah,
I
yeah,
try to picture like those things about her. Like I talked to Linda and we had a conversation. She had talked about it. I'm like, this is how I envision her. And I expressed like how I envisioned her. And I was like, I just picture her as a dancer. I just picture like she would be dancing to every kind of song. And she was like the life of the party. She was like, hey, let me find positives in everything. And when Linda like confirmed that those were true, I was just like, oh man, like I love that I got that vibe from just everything collectively and how you guys represent yourself and just things about her from seeing photos and like I love that. So she was a
yeah.
dancer. She liked to dance.
And you were right on the money. It was the Latin in her. It was the Latin in her, and she always hung around the Spanish crowd when she grew up. So she loved dancing in general. Loved
Oh,
dancing.
you said your mom is from Puerto Rican, right? Puerto Rico.
So my grandpa went and adopted my mother, and he's Puerto Rican
Oh,
when
okay.
she
So
was
yeah,
younger. And then my
you're
grandmother
still
is,
Puerto Rican. You live with them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everything's instilled
So
into you.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that a lot of people don't know, which is it's gonna be like a deal breaker right now. I tell a lot of people that I'm Puerto Rican because I have a Puerto Rican grandpa. But only the real ones know that I'm not really Puerto Rican. It's just that he is my grandpa, and I just say that I am Puerto Rican, Mexican, and Korean, but I'm only Mexican and Korean. I just tell people I am though because of
Yeah, but
him,
I feel like that doesn't even
and
matter
he
because
loves it.
you're raised that way. You're raised for the culture, the beliefs, with the
There you
family.
go.
Uh,
Exactly,
I
exactly.
know exactly what you're talking about. It's easy for that to happen and become accustomed to that kind of stuff. So speaking of that, like on so your mom, so she's a dance. She liked to dance. Did she have like any favorite genres or like favorite song that she would always just put on?
It went more of I would say like pop or hip hop, and then she went to country music. One of her favorite songs, if I can remember the song, no, actually, "Spring Love" by Stevie J.
Yes, Stevie. Oh, love
"Spring
me
Love"
some
by Stevie
Stevie
J.
B.
That's
Stevie
her
B.
number one song. Stevie B, Stevie B. Sorry about that,
Yes,
Stevie B.
Steve. Oh,
Yes,
I love me some
"Spring
Stevie
Love."
B. And
Yes,
I want to
"Spring
give
Love."
like speak just because you said that it's also I don't know if you know well I'm sure you do Steve Testesteca. So I've formed a really good friendship with him, and it's like he actually wrote to me earlier because he said that when I told him that you're going to come on, and he just said, hey, can you just tell him that I'm so sorry and I send all my love, and he wanted to say I know he's watching right now, so I just wanted to give that shout out because he did want to say like he was truly sorry and he shows all the respect for you guys and he always is rallying for you guys too. And I told him, hey, you're a damn hero, man. Like every we all
Hey,
appreciate everything you did. So
I can appreciate that though, but everyone is their own person, so he has no need to ever be sorry. I can be honest with that.
I
Everyone's a
love that
grown
about
adult.
you.
Everyone's their own person. He has no need to at all.
I
So
love that.
he is well respected because of what he did on the sand. I mean, it takes a lot for someone to do that. You know what I mean? It is
We love
down.
that. So let's switch off and say I want a best piece of advice that your mom ever gave you.
Best piece of advice. That'll be a good one. Ah. If it would be the best one, I would say never be weak minded and strong willed because I still carry that piece of advice with me even after her passing. So I would say that one: be strong minded and strong willed, and and don't and don't give no reaction to anything that doesn't need a reaction.
I love
That's what she
that.
always told me while growing up.
That's something that's so beautiful. I can see your mom was just such a kind-hearted, beautiful soul. I
Yeah.
definitely had some pictures that I wanted to share with the peoples too, so they could see the ones that you had sent over. I wanted to show those because they're. I love how like Linda sent me some ones where your mom was like a baby, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are so cute. I love those little baby ones. What about something your mom was passionate about. Like, did she have any passions that she should focus energy on when she had free times or?
Passionate about. Uh, if I would say anything, I'll say about working. I can be honest with you about that one because she was always working, but she always loved working in the restaurant in the restaurant industry. So I would say very passionate about serving and bartending. If I was to really say anything,
I love that.
so
Did she have like hobbies that she did on the side? I know like Linda had shared some photos with me where she did a like a bra drive for women that came from DV, and I thought that was really cool that she like you know did a whole fundraiser to try to help women. And
yeah.
so do you have like stuff like other things that she did that was like that?
Shoot, I didn't even know she did that. If it was like any other hobbies, she loved cooking. She loved cooking. She loved playing card games. She loved playing spades. Loved playing was it Phase? Was it Phase 10? Is it Phase 10?
Well,
Is
I
it
like
called Phase
FaceTime.
10? You know what card game I'm talking about? Phase
Yes,
10?
I know exactly
And
what you're
she
talking
loved
about.
playing yeah, she loved playing Phase 10. She liked playing spades. Like playing it is blackjack. She if she didn't like it is poker that much. She liked playing darts as well. That's another thing. She liked playing darts. She also, of course, loved drinking. I'm trying to think of any other hobbies. Being a very obnoxious mother at your kid's game, being the loudest person there. That's a great hobby right there. It could be. It could have been Zane's band tournament. It could have been my soccer game while I was growing up. Her hobby was to make sure that she was the loudest mother, loudest parent there at all times. That's
Was she
another
yelling
great
at the
moment too, right?
refs?
No, no, just yelling in general. Just yelling in general. It wouldn't. Well, sometimes it would be at refs if it was the soccer game because if I cause a yellow card or red card and I got ejected, she would be the last one. Hey yo, come on, man. No, hey, don't do that. That's fucked up. Blah blah blah. Or if not, it's whenever I got the ball, she'd be like, take it down the field. Make sure you take it down the field. Kick it, score a goal. You know what I mean?
I
But she
love
always
that.
made sure that she was the most loudest parent there. So
I coach like my daughters. We do the town for basketball and softball. So I'm like the mom screaming, but also the coach too. So I'm yelling at the kids, but like yelling in general. So it's just I'm so animated. So I love that she did that because nothing is better than like running out and you hear your mom going off for you, right? Nobody else matters when you hear that loudness. You're like, yeah, here she goes. I love that. How about
yeah,
any traditions
that's
or
one of the most things
superstitions?
that I remember about her. Any
Am I
traditions or
freeze?
superstitions?
Yeah.
Uh, any
Like anything she
traditions?
told you kind of like when you were growing up and you still do it today?
I wouldn't say any. I wouldn't say much on the tradition side because she was always working all the time. I can be honest with you.
From like
She was always working,
so
always working, always working.
and so go
So
back to like so your
uh,
childhood. So you spent a lot of time like just it was primarily you and taking care of your brother, helping out, and your mom just busting her butt to raise both of you guys.
literally, yeah.
I love that.
So so she was working all the time while I would just be home. I would pick Zane up from school. I would bring Zane if I didn't go to school because I was in high school. But anything before that, I would bring Zane to school. I would grab Zane, make sure there's food at the house, make sure my brother went and did his homework, make sure make sure that he wasn't supposed to be doing anything that he wasn't supposed to be doing, but just make sure the safety was there though. And that's where we really grew and we became like best friends after that because with Zane's father, rest in peace to him, love him, miss him. They split up and he passed away. And he passed away
Mm.
after that happened was really where my mother really became independent, and that's where she was mainly home. I mean, it is away from home all the time, and that's where I just started middle of high school. No, sorry, middle school going into high school. is where we were. I don't. How do you say it? It's not co-parenting because that's my brother and that's my mother.
No,
But
it's like you
yes,
became the man of the house. Like
how do
you
you call it? How
became
do you
like,
call that?
can you hear me?
Because Zane, yeah, I can hear you. It was
Okay.
more of like even though Zane is my brother, I look at Zane like my own child, though. You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah,
did
I
raise.
raised my sister too when
So
we were, because my mom did the same thing, so she wasn't around a lot, and then I had to step up and do that. So I know exactly what you're talking about, and I love that because family over everything, and your mom instilled that. So you guys were like a unit, and you knew your mom had to work these all this hours to help you out, and you helped your mom out equally. So you guys were just a balanced team.
yes, exactly. There you go, unit. That'll be the correct
Mhm.
word to say.
Yeah,
And then where that's where she literally went and became my best friend because after that, that's where I had grew up young, and she let me grow up young because I was taking I was taking on all these responsibilities of just being home on time. It's just the one thing that she told me is because I would watch Zane, and then my mother would come home, and I was able to be free. I was able to be free after that. I could leave the house. I could come back at 2, 3 in the morning, but I just had to make sure that I still went to school and I did my own thing. So like she had that trust in me to always do the right thing and not get into any trouble. That's where we build our trust in each other so young. So she's like, well, if you're gonna help me out on this, which is only right, she's like, I'm gonna give you a little bit more free time because you're home all day every day. If you want to go out to a friend's house on a weekday, just make sure you come back home and you're there for school. But you have to go to school though. You have to make sure you stay out of trouble too, though, at the same damn time. And then that's where we really went and we started like it's being like it's communicating with each other. So if she had off, that means that shoot, I could have a free night though. But if she wanted to go out and do her thing, then so be it. You know what I mean? I would stay home. I don't mind staying home because I love playing games anyways. So I would just stay on my Xbox the whole time, just play some Call of Duty on live. My mom would go and do her own thing. You know, she would
I
hang out
love that.
because so I mean after going through a major separation with Zane's father, hey, you got to live your life out in reality. And you got to live your life. And you got to throw yourself out there. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure that's the thing too, is your mom was, like, she leaned on you a lot, and she went through tough times, you got to witness it, so you grow up, flat faster than others, but then she's treating you like the same because you've earned that respect to know that she could count on you, and she just instills everything along the way, "Hey, I'm your mom." However, you made the right choices along the route, like, obviously, she instilled a lot in you to be that way. That doesn't It's
Yes.
not something that's taught. That's not something you're just born and you just do. Someone has to
Yeah,
teach you
exactly.
and instill those things in you. So I absolutely love that. And that, so you and your brother are just like extremely close. Like, are you guys
Yeah.
besties?
That is literally my number one bestie right there. That
I
is my
love
number.
it.
That's my number one bestie. So like how I actually think about it though, because since I was best friends with my mother, I love how like because I can. There's this one thing where we were living out in Virginia, and Zane was born, and I remember the first time ever holding Zane, and then the one comment while I was holding Zane, my mother's like, I know out in the future when we get older that you and Zane, you guys gonna be best friends and not just siblings. So I was a little kid myself, so like I'm here just thinking in my own head. I'm like, I mean, it is my brother, isn't it supposed to be like that? I'm just a little kid. I wasn't thinking it is way too deep. And now that my mother's not here, I thought about that one moment and her just telling me that comment. And I'm like, you know what? Now I know what you mean. Everything happens for a reason. So like I think she planned for that to happen. You know what I mean? For me and Zane to be best friends like that.
I
you
love
know,
that. I
or
feel like in a tragic situation, you still found the courage to put one foot in front of the other and just keep doing what you were doing with your mom, but now having to do kind of a little bit, step up a little bit more. And you guys like were able to have that bond and that respect. And
yes,
I love that. That made you, built you even closer. And your mom was like, I definitely believe in that. Just like you said, you called it something,
mama's blessing,
um, Mama's blessing. Mama's
mama's
blessing.
blessing.
So like, like the GoFundMe and stuff, I feel like that's Mama's blessing. Us coming together all together as a wide range across the globe to help. That's Mama's blessing. And right now, what you're talking about of you guys being best friends, that's what
Yeah,
she's right there. Do you feel
sure.
like you do that though? Like where sometimes where you're just like you're thinking about something and you got to make a decision and like it's like your mom's talking to you. Do you ever feel that? Because I have
Oh,
that when I think
always,
about my
always,
dad.
all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. Even situations with Zane when I have to give him a pet talk and all that. I literally have to speak to myself first. I'm like, yo, what would mom do? What would mom do? I gotta play the mother. I gotta play the father. I gotta play the brother role right now. So I'm trying to give you the correct answer in the way that my mom had treated me while growing up. And like Zaina always questioned me. She's like, why? I'm like, I'm just trying to play my role right now. Can you please just work with me? I'm not used to this right now. You know what I mean? But
I love that.
dang, I totally forgot what I was about to say though. But let it come back to me.
Yeah,
Let
you'll
it come
definitely
back
be
to me
able
though.
to pull that up. How
Yeah,
about
yeah.
now I'm thinking about stuff like how about do you have like a favorite song or
Oh,
favorite?
actually, I remember. I
Oh
need the
shit.
purple hearts in chat right now. I want the purple hearts in chat right now though because Mama's blessing is everyone that is a part of the GoFundMe. You guys
Aw.
are Mama's blessing. You guys are Mama's blessing, and I love all you guys. It's not just my mom. You guys are Mama's blessing.
Oh, I love look at that purple. Flood it with the purple,
Yes.
guys. Show that
Flood it.
purple. I love it.
You guys are Mama's blessing right now, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. And I will keep saying it over and over again, even though I'm not much of a talker though. But from time to time, you guys are Mama's blessing. So it warms my own heart. So I can
I
only
love
say
that.
thank you.
I look at all that purple. I love it. We're just trying to make your mama proud and trying to like, just put a smile on your face, even if it's just minimal. What's your go-to song? Let's
My
go with
go-to
that.
song,
Yeah, you get in the car right now and you pop on a song. What's your go-to?
I'm gonna play Ace Hood, Undefeated.
Ace Hood. So
Ace Hood,
is that like a
Undefeated.
genre? Because you gave me a song earlier, the Mama song. So do you like a lot of underground stuff, not mainstream? What's your
I'm a
genre
mix. I'm a
choices?
mix. I'm a mix. I like rock. I mean, I like rap. I like hip hop. I like country. I like rock. I like the country rap, which is a new genre now. I'm a mix. I'm a mix. I like them all. You know what I
Are
mean?
you listening to some Mark
There's some,
Anthony and doing bachata in the kitchen?
that's the one thing that I'm not. I mean, I will listen to it though, but it doesn't get my body moving or anything though. You know what I mean? I'm
That
more
is
of a
that's
hype
like one
man.
of
I'm
my
more of a hype
favorite.
man.
Give me some Mark Anthony. I love that stuff.
Yeah. My mom like it is Mark Anthony though. My mom
Yeah,
likes him.
I feel like
Yes.
maybe I'm just showing my age because I'm in my 40s. So that Mark Anthony is
I don't
always
think you're
like a
that old.
go-to.
You're still young. You're still young. You look 30. You're good. You're good.
I'll take it.
It's the long nails. It's the long nails.
You
You're
know,
about there.
it's them that clack clack. um,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask on a serious question. So if like anyone is going through something traumatic in their life, what kind of advice could you give them to help them cope? Because a lot of people sit there quietly. Like, what would you say would be helpful for someone who might just need that advice?
Never be afraid to speak out to somebody. Hey, don't be afraid to reach out because there is somebody that is willing to listen to you first. So when you're in that I mean, when you're in that dark dark tunnel, what you're most afraid of mainly is the judgment. And I can tell you firsthand that it don't worry about the judgment. Hey, don't be afraid to reach out. Shoot, I could even say too, if you're feeling in that dark moment, I would say call me because I've experienced that, and I learned to always speak out. I'm always I'm always down for a call like that, and uplift somebody like that. I'm all
Yeah,
about
that's why
that.
I love that so much. Like that's why I said you're such a kind soul, and it's hard to find people like you. I know, like I was talking with Allie when I'd asked you permission to do the interview, and she was just telling me like everybody was so like rude, and she said, "Granted, I know that's why. However, Brandon was like, forget about it. Like I hope you find the answers that you're looking for, and just keep your head up and don't worry about that." And I'm like, this kid is giving somebody advice that was sitting behind what kind of a like amazing person are you? Like your heart is so pure and it's rare. You're like a unicorn. It's hard, especially when you have such a traumatic experiences in your life, not just in general. You went through a lot of trials and tribulations, and look at where you are. It speaks volumes, honestly.
Yes, thank you. I mean, it was very hard. Music. I mean, it would get me through it was music. Music went and helped me out a lot, but also reaching out to others. Hey, don't be afraid of the judgment, because there is a lot of people out in this world that are willing to listen. And you just
I
have to
love
feel the
that.
energy and vibes when you're speaking to them, and you listen to their tone of voice, and you'll know if it's the right person or not. If it's not the right person, just move to the left and move on to the next. There is always somebody. Hey, don't be afraid to reach out. Even if it's your mother, your father, your brother, your best friend, or someone in high school. There's a lot of people like that. And I learned that the hard way.
Oh man, you definitely got some inspiring words there. I like that. Um, I was going to ask you too on that. How about what's like the worst advice that you've ever been given? Give me something funny like that. Give me you have a worst advice, and you're like,
The
man,
worst advice, the worst
yeah,
advice,
yeah.
uh, the worst advice. That it's a dog eat dog world, I would
Why would
say.
it be why would you
I'm
say it
saying,
would be
yeah,
the worst?
I'm trying to think of why though. I'm trying to like, I'm
Caught you
trying to
off
think
guard
about
with
it
that
is before I
one.
speak it, because a lot of people say that it's a dog eat dog world though, but actions speak a lot louder, because when you're a dog and you're trying to push another dog out for your own, how do I say it? If you're trying to level up in life and the only way to level up, and then they tell you that it's a dog eat dog world, I don't like that advice, because your actions always speak louder when you move with the genuine, like it is intentions and movement. It's not a dog eat dog world, because you don't have to move slimy and grimy. It is to get where you need to be in life.
I love that. Oh, you have some good stuff on the spot over here. Okay, so
So
when we were talking earlier, so are you going to be doing a podcast of your own, or are you just because I feel like you have those powerful words too, and maybe that kind of outreach would be good. Just to be able, words of wisdom always help out people.
yeah.
I know a lot of times when I just make funny videos, someone will say, "Oh my God, I was having a terrible day, and that just made me laugh," and I'm like, I love it. If it can make you laugh, I'm all about it. Just those one happy moments, you
Yeah.
know.
Uh if I was to think of podcasts, that's actually the first time that I've ever heard that. So now I'm gonna think about that one now. I'll let that one sit and marinate. But if I was if I was to think of anything right now, I would want to create a YouTube channel and do like a cooking show or something.
Ooh, which that perfect segue
That's part
to
of a
that
long
because
term goal right there.
your
So
things, we definitely didn't get into that, so I definitely want to touch on the cooking. So now that you're segueing into it, that makes it perfect. So I learned a lot about you about cooking. I didn't realize that that's what you do for a profession, and you have 5-star meals that you cook. What is like, because I look at it
thank
and I'm
you.
like, man, those are plated so beautifully, and I'm going to show the peoples too some of these plates that you have. But what got you into that? Like what? Um, you know, where'd you find that
Oh,
passion and love? Because it's in those plates. You could tell when someone's loving it and has that passion and drive.
that's a great question. Because actually, so my Uncle Ray, when I was 16, actually owned a Mexican restaurant. Shout out to Uncle Ray. Love you, miss you. Owned a Mexican restaurant, and I was only in high school. Sometimes, sometimes when I would have a free day from not having to watch Zane, uh, my uncle would invite me over to his restaurant because he would need help. And it was only like a 10-minute bike ride away. So I would go and I would help him out with prepping. I would help him out with prepping, even having to cook on the line though. But that was just to collect the check for the day. So when it really grew on me, because it wasn't a passion at first. It's a type of passion that first started out in just collecting a check, and then that passion had grew on me, honestly. And
I love
uh
that.
and and thanks to Uncle Ray, actually for having that passion when it grew on me is 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 something that's so special to me and I hold dearly because that was another it was a big father figure in my life. So he is the main reason why I cook and I cook with passion is because of him. I It's in memory of Ray.
So
So
you
it's in
cook
memory
in
of my
memory
uncle.
of him. I love that.
Yes, because he was my first chef, and when he passed away, was very it is impactful because I was collecting a check at first, and I was working at a restaurant. It is because of him. I was still young, and I'm here thinking that I don't know anything else in life. I don't know anything else in life, and that's when I grew some balls, and I went to another restaurant just to really test myself. you know and when I put myself to the test is when the passion really grew. So I would say that that's the passion grew though, but that's when I realized that I had the passion there. I wasn't sure. It is years before that I had the passion for, because in my mindset it was to collect a check. uh, I would be able to pay for a few things, and then now to the level that I take cooking now is just I'm striving for greatness now. So I'm trying to step up now in the world. I've been a line cook for 12 years. In memory of
Uh,
Ray, I think it's only right now that I do something a lot bigger now. Maybe
so
maybe
it's like open your
sous
own
chef.
place.
Say
Hmm.
what?
As I mean, like you've also given me some really helpful tips. You've helped me with the pork tenderloin because I kept making it too dry. So thank you for that. And
How did that come
definitely,
out anyways though? I never asked you. How did that come
it
out exactly?
came out really good, but it's still the kids just they looked at it and they just did not like how it was shaped. So I feel like next time I should cut
Oh,
it
it's
up and then
shaped
they wouldn't
in
know.
colors now. Taste
They're
buds,
like, I'm not eating whatever
huh?
pig that is, and I'm like, because I'm like, it's just pig. They're like, where is that coming from? I'm like, oh God, you guys are disgusting. I have
If it's not
teenagers,
seafood,
so
they don't want it, huh?
y'all know they
If it's
love
not
themselves
seafood,
some
they don't want it.
seafood. That or like some filet too, and like these. That's
Oh,
why I
you can't
asked
go
you
wrong with that.
the other day, and I was like, how like I could cook a mean, perfect, medium rare on the grill outside, but then if I do it in my
Yeah,
house, like it's just like not the same because you have to remember you have to let it sit because it's gonna
yeah,
still cook. And I always
yeah,
like it's medium, but it's not like that perfect. You gave me that good
yeah.
tip, so that was helpful. So I appreciate that. But I do want to show some of your skills. So I'm definitely gonna pull some of those videos. Um, now, would you do a cooking classes or like on your like if you did a YouTube, would you do like just kind of like Martha Stewarty, like where you get out there like this is what we're making today and you're doing a whole turkey dinner?
Uh, it can grow to that. It is, to be honest with you. It's just I was just gonna start small and just show the world like how to make a few dishes, what I like to eat, and how to make that dish. If it grows to something bigger, maybe have like family members come on. Maybe have someone like you come on. Maybe maybe Pablo come on. Maybe Bunny. Maybe Jelly Roll. You know what I mean? Like as a
Well, yeah, well,
co-star host
Buddy
or something.
Ryan will
Like as
come
a
on
co-host or
too.
something.
He'll come up there.
You
Look,
know what I
oh,
mean?
here. Oh yeah, I would definitely do that. Anything that we could do to get out there, especially if you're going to be talking about food. I'm a foodie. I
Everyone
love
loves eating.
everything.
Everyone loves eating.
Everyone.
So I love feeding people, and then they eat the whole plate. That lets me know I did my job correctly. You know what I mean?
What's your favorite dish to
So
cook?
my favorite dish to cook,
Yep.
I would say a scallop with herbs de Provence. It is risotto with a lemon beurre blanc with fried fried asparagus tips.
Oh yeah, I think is that in one of the photos that you gave me? Let me go look because I'm this screen and start sharing this screen. I'm learning. I'm like an old dog learning. TikTok is so easy. You just push a couple buttons and it does it for you. And in here, you just have to like manually do it all, and it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So
I'll
let
be
me
in your same
let
shoes soon
me.
when I start my thing on YouTube as well.
Hey, by then I'll be a little bit more experienced and we'll be able to help you out. I had Duty
Yeah,
Ron
there we
helping
go.
me out. He was calling me, he's like, set this, do this. And I'm like, thank you so much. Just saved my whole entire day because I'm over here stressed out. All right, here we
Yeah.
go. Finally got
So
this one. So let me play one of these guys for the people to drool over. Boom.
Deep fry and
there we go. The Parmesan, the steak with mashed potatoes and green beans.
Look at that
Oh, those
steak
are my quick
though.
videos from my Instagram. Those are from my Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
those.
Chef Anthony, Chef Craig, it is Noel, even Chef Jack as well. You know, it's all teamwork at the end of the day. So and they
Chef
and they hold up
Jack.
and they hold a special place in my heart over there when it comes to cooking and just the environment itself.
So you like all the crew that you cook with right now currently? Like you like what you go to work and you're like, I love this, or you just like the people? Because sometimes like you like your
Yes,
crew,
yes,
you
yes.
like the people that you're hanging out with, or like the people that you work with actually make it the best. So, but sometimes you
Oh
just don't
yeah,
have
of
the
course, of
passion.
course. Yes, yes. So that was one of my to ever work for. One of my favorites.
Ooh, look at
So
that
it was
thing.
the
What's
people
that?
and just the environment in general.
What's underneath
I
this?
can't even see anything. Right?
Oh, why
It's
didn't it
stuck.
not play?
It's stuck in the
It's
first
stuck.
video, so I don't see anything.
Oh yeah,
So
why? Why is it doing
I
that?
think so. At least on my screen it is.
Oh yeah, it is. What a pain. Let's share this. Oh, I see it now. I'm learning. Okay, now I could do it. Let's see if it changes. Yes,
I'm
we're
patient.
getting
No
there.
rush. Ah, there you go.
Yeah, what's that?
That's the swordfish. That's the
Swordfish?
swordfish. That's the grilled swordfish with a mash and polenta. Oh no, 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 mash and then what do you call it? What do you call it? What do you call it? Mash mixed with. It is celeriac with the asparagus, with the grilled swordfish, with a pico de gallo, right on top with lemon beurre blanc sauce.
See, like I love how you say because you could see like the love and passion there. Like plating is one of my most favorite things. When I look at it, I'm like, yes, I want to eat that. Does it get
That's where the
chaotic in
fun
your
starts.
kitchen?
Honestly, that's where the fun is at. It's where the creativity's at. You know what I mean?
I love that. Let me pull open the other one. We already showed that one, and I want to show this guy right here. Boom, and open. And now we can share. Aha, I figured it out. Thank you. It's a miracle.
I wonder which one this is.
What's that one?
If I can assume, that's just a ribeye that's sliced on a bias with some mashed potatoes and asparagus and roasted shallot for garnish.
Yeah, the garnish on the top, it reminds me of like the stuff that you put like, it's good because it looks so presenting, but then like I always look at it sometimes, I'm like, did you just pull this out the yard and put I'm like, let me pick these ones and put them on the side. I love it though. Your plating is beautiful. Look at how those are cut perfectly. Look at that pink right there. Yep, I'm definitely shouldn't have watched this after
Are you a mid rare? You like mid rare? You said correct.
I like, yeah, oh yeah, that's the only way to eat it.
What is everyone's preference in the chat? Everyone's preference.
In the
If
chat,
you say
guys,
well,
let us know what's your
if you
steak
say well
preference
done,
is.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Never say well done. But that's just for my
Do you
own
get
opinion,
do
though.
you like literally like does your heart break when someone's like ordering a top of choice cut and they're like medium or they want it like over like well done and you're like who is it? Look, point them out to me. I need
No,
to
no,
look them
no.
in the eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get hurt. I get emotional at first, though. But everyone has their own preference, and that's the cooking the kitchen. That's what we have to offer is to cook it to that temp, anyways. And we're supposed to cook for everyone's palate. So but I do get emotional though. I'm like, damn, you want to eat it well done? Are you serious? You know what I mean? But I can't say though. It is before I started cooking. I like my steaks around like a mid well with a little bit of pink in it. So I was close to well done, but like once I got into the kitchen is where we're like certain cuts are rare and some certain cuts certain some cuts are rare, some cuts are mid rare, and then some are medium. Uh, if I do any of them medium, it would have to be the cuts that have a bone in them because you want that bone to like render into the meat while you're cooking it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like a ribeye.
And
Anything
now,
with
when you're
fat on it.
cooking all day, do you,
Huh?
yeah, and when you cook all day, like, do you like come home and cook for your family too, or you're like, I don't feel like it today?
I do that on my days off. I do that on my days off.
Oh, okay. I figured,
Yeah,
'cause, like some people, like, I have a friend, she cleans houses, but she's like, you go to her house and you would never know that she was a house cleaner. She's like, I'm not cleaning my house. I do this for a living. I'm like, yeah, some people it's like that. And my friend owns
yeah,
a restaurant and he says that he's like, I will bring home stuff that I've made earlier from cooking, but I'm not cooking when I'm home. No,
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
chill.
it'll depend on my mood though. It'll depend on my mood though because if I do want to cook something and I am like craving something, I will go out and buy it and then cook it for the family or just anyone in the house. I'm not selfish, so yes, I do have moments like that though, but those moments don't come in out until my day off usually. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I'll start I'll start the grill. I usually grill on my days off is what I will do. You know what I mean? I'll grill some steaks or maybe even some bratwurst or just maybe some Italian sausage on the grill, just keep it basic. But if I want to go all out, I'll just make sure that when I do grill a steak, I'll have like a chimichurri sauce or something.
Mm.
So, yes.
Oh, yeah, this
And,
this one
and, you,
too. I wanted
and you can't go wrong with a chimichurri sauce on a steak.
this one right here looks so delicious. I'm like, I don't even know what it is. It's swordfish too?
Oh. I want to say that is swordfish. I forgot what sauce that is though. I can be honest with you. That's just what a sauce. Damn.
It looks good though. I was
I
like, I will
forgot what
eat all
sauce
of
that is.
that. What's
Yeah.
underneath it? Like
It,
potatoes or like
it's a mashed potatoes
rice?
with the swordfish and the lumber
Mm.
blanca. But I forgot what the red sauce was though. 'Cause
Do
in
you
the
change
restaurant
it up?
though.
Like, do you get to like kind of tweak things the way that you want to, or is it like you're pretty specific about stuff?
When you work in a restaurant and you're not the chef, there's a set menu for everything. You know what I mean? So like where the fun starts is where they do like the chef specials. That's where we come in, and then that's where we are able to like implement our creativity to the restaurant. You know what I mean?
I love that. That
So
they give you the freedom.
yes. So like a lot of restaurants and they go through like seasonal menus. So like but they will have like the same proteins like as you're showing here. It's like two dishes of swordfish, just two different ways. One was probably the start when we first opened up though, but probably like halfway through season they changed the plating on it. They changed everything. You know what I mean?
I also admire when my food comes to me and there's not one speck anywhere on the plate. I'm like, this is so beautiful. Like no
Oh my
splatters,
god,
no
that
nothing.
is so major.
I like appreciate it every time. I'm like, don't touch anything. I got to take a picture of this, and it's beauty.
Exactly. I'm the same exact way because like even with like the new chef specials, literally the first one that goes out, I always make sure that I like always take a photo or video on it. Actually, even when I work in the kitchen, I always post up all the plates and stuff I cook on Instagram as well. So
Oh, every
if you do
single
follow me
thing
on
that you do.
Instagram and you do want to see it though, there's a lot more to come.
Yeah, if you guys look,
So
I did put his Instagram up there. We could definitely make sure we drop that again too, because he's everything else is kind of he's private about, but he is definitely cool with Instagram. So you guys can check him out there. Let me also share. I want to share this photo right. I absolutely love this one, so I want to share it with the peeps that they can see you, your beautiful mama.
yeah. Hey, am I able to like implement something? Can we
Uh,
not? Can we just call the chat Mama's blessing? I like that. I like that actually.
Mama's
You know what I
blessing.
mean?
Oh yeah,
Mama's blessing. That's Mama's
I like
blessing right
that.
there. Anybody inside is Mama's blessing. I just thought
I love
about that,
that.
so I just want to throw it out there. I want to hear your side of it.
I like Mama's blessing because that's what you like the first time when you first started talking to me. That was a big part of it, as you said. I'm counting it as Mama's blessing, and I thought that was so beautiful. I was like, you know what, it is, because that's how it works in mysterious ways, and that what you I'm
Exactly.
like a firm believer. What you put out in the world is what you get back. So karma is
Yeah.
huge for me, and that that cycle.
And what goes around
Um,
comes around.
Yep, it does, and so I just go and keep living my life that way, and I always treat people I had that same vibe of like, how would I want that situation handled, or how how would I what kind of respect would I want? So I feel like it's a good thing and it's a bad thing at the same time, um, because
Yeah,
you have a big like it's an empath side too, you know.
of course. It's pros and cons to everything. A lot of good. It can have a few bads. You know what I mean? It's never perfect. It's never perfect. There's always a downside somewhere.
Let me
So
go back to
it's
that
either
one
if
picture
you're
of
able to
this
live with it or
one.
not.
I love this one too.
Oh,
Oh,
I
way too
think
big.
she was in high school around that time. I think
Too big. Okay, there we go. Look at
she
that
looked
one.
gorgeous in that
Well, yeah,
photo
I was
right
gonna say
there.
she was definitely gave me like the '90s vibes because we all had our bangs like that, and we used like a lot of Aquanet and the jean
Yeah,
jacket. Those were the J.C. Penney classics, and we were so pumped to have these and give our friends wallets and stuff.
yeah. One of my few like attributes that I loved about her was her. It's a bright big smile. I liked her big puffy cheeks, and then I loved her eyes.
Yeah, she did have beautiful.
And
When
she
I saw,
reminded me. And she reminded me of like a pretty chipmunk to me. You know what I mean? She's
hmm
gorgeous.
I love it how you just
So
described it. But when I saw like her and like next to like you and Zayn, and I'm like, oh my god, like her, it's like she just cloned herself. Like I could see you and like both of you guys. I'm like, wow, her genes are strong. So
oh
I definitely
oh
thought you looked like your mama a
yeah
lot.
yeah. What's crazy is that I can show you. It is a baby photo of my mother, and then I can show you a baby photo of Zane. They're a spitting image of each other. Spitting image, and you can't tell the difference whatsoever. You would think that it's the
Really?
same person. Yeah.
So the baby photos were that just so Zayn and her would look like each other like as babies. That's so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I love how
yeah.
genetics work. It's so funny to me because like my kids look well now my youngest looks like me. She's like my little twin, but the oldest one looks like her dad, and the other one looks like her dad, and I'm like, man, because I've raised my daughter or my stepdaughter since she was 2, and so she looks a splitting image of her father, but like she's definitely like emotionally nothing like him. But like it's so funny how that works, and I'm like, well, you and mini you.
Yeah. So
Do you have any pets?
no pets, no pets, no pets.
Nope. Like
Uh,
just because
I'm
you don't want to, or just like
I'm not in a steady home. I'm not in a steady home. I travel.
yeah, I
I was
wouldn't do
traveling
this
for
either.
cooking. You know what I mean?
Oh, you were.
So it wasn't the right
Are
moment to
you
have
doing
a
that
pet
now
yet.
though? Traveling for cooking, or you're stationary right now?
Uh, there is a new position for me. That I'm trying to land. I don't know if it's in the works or not though, but you this will go back to me wanting to step up. I want to be a kitchen manager. So I'm trying to put in the work. I'm a firm believer on actions speak louder. So like I'm trying to show them that I want the position and I do it. You know what I mean? So I'm in the middle of that right now.
I like
So
it.
if I do land that position, I will be stationary.
Well, I'm gonna cross my fingers and all the juju, and hopefully, Mama will keep blessing you. And
Hey,
you know, the power of your mom has like been overwhelming. You could see it. It seems to be that way. I firmly believe that. When you told me that, I was like, yep, for real. Your mom is pushing things for you.
yeah. And you like watching football?
It's funny.
Who is your favorite football team?
That's so funny because that was a question I have for you. I am like, listen, don't judge me, okay?
I'm
I'm a
I'm not
Raiders fan.
judgmental. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm a Raiders fan, but I'm from LA, so that's my home team. And I can't wait
I
to
don't
join,
think you.
you know.
If you're a Raiders fan, I don't think you want to hear my team right now. Then
Oh God.
can you take a big guess? Can you take a big guess?
Are you a Bronco fan?
No, 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 no,
Okay,
no.
okay, okay. Please don't say you're a Cowboys fan.
You know, fins up, baby, fins
Oh
up.
jeez.
uh, fins
Uh,
up.
how about your mom?
My mom,
Is she
actually a Bucks fan. My mother was a
Ooh.
Bucks fan, Buccaneers fan, and she was born in Tampa.
And you guys, do you guys get like competitive watching the games, or do you not really?
Uh, when we
Like,
face each other, of course,
I
and
was
we
gonna say when you
always
see
win
each other.
against each other, of course. Yeah. So yeah.
That's so.
So
I always find it so funny when kids are like
hey,
that.
the one thing I can say though is that I wish my mother was here, bro, to see when Brady left the Patriots and then he went to the Bucks and then he won the Super Bowl in Tampa on his first year at the Bucks, and that would have been a great moment for her to see.
Yeah, especially I mean I always love Tom Brady. I think he's a freaking goat.
He's a
And
goat. He's a goat.
honestly, him and I have the same exact birthday, so I absolutely am like we're goat
What?
status over here.
There you go. There you
I,
go.
I
You
have the
fall
same
under
birthday
the
as
same
Martha
category then.
Stewart and Tom Brady. So I was like, um,
Yeah.
yeah, I just wish I had their kind of funds. But
We
Tom
all
Brady
do.
worked
We
out
all
for me
do.
again, though. So look, he worked for your mom, but now he's working for me because now he's going to be coaching, or he's part owner now of the
Yeah,
Raiders.
of the
So
Raiders.
it worked out so
Oh,
beautifully because I was
look at
like,
that connection right there.
like my hubby is he is die hard Patriots fan, and it's been some sad times for him because after Brady left, we already saw the turmoils after that, but they were steady.
Yeah.
No, it was boring almost. I was like, this isn't even fun to watch anymore. He's like, I love it. And
Yeah.
then like after
Yeah.
that, now the Empire's kind of crumbled down, but he was such a big fan, and now he's starting to kind of like the Raiders. When we went out and did a stadium tour, and then he's like, they're kind of wearing on me. I'm like, come on, man. Like, who doesn't like Crosby?
Yeah. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I remember you saying about competitive though. Actually, if you were to see my mother watch a Tampa Bucks, it's a Tampa Bucks game. And she's very loud and obnoxious, and her voice travels. And she gets that from her father, my grandpa. Because actually, right now, I'm totally surprised that I don't hear him right now because he's watching the Steelers and Browns game,
Yeah.
and I hope the Steelers lose too. By the way, but
Oh, that's one
but
thing we have in common there.
yeah, but my grandpa, he's a Jets fan, but like when he watches football games, he's very loud and obnoxious, and like since he just sits down and watch, I mean, since he just sits down and watches the game, he like tries to coach the team from the TV and not being at the game. He's loud, he's obnoxious, he's cussing at the coaches on either end. You know what I'm saying? So like that'll be like another thing. It's a great example about like how my mother was when it came to like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So
Did you guys have any other sports things where you like, or do you like other sports or just football?
I like football and soccer. Soccer was actually the first sport that I actually played as a kid. I did a lot of football, like street football. But
Street football's the best kind, though. You're over here like, that it got a little raw sometimes in the streets.
yeah. So no, my mom liked football. Wasn't very big on basketball. Wasn't very big on hockey. But unless it came to the finals, but that's like everyone else in this world. You know what I mean? So soccer. It would lean towards my side though because I'm a Real Madrid over the Barcelona fan, and
Okay.
my mother liked the Real Madrid as well because Zane's father was a Real Madrid fan, so she carried that on. And then that's when I grew to be a Real Madrid fan as well, though. So so
Oh, so
we're
you got from there
Real
too.
Madrid
I haven't
over
watched
Barcelona
like
all day.
soccer. And soccer wasn't a big thing that I watched. I grew up primarily on basketball and football, so that and then I played softball and definitely.
Oh, no. My mother loved volleyball. My mother loved volleyball. Volleyball.
Yes, I love volleyball too.
Volleyball. My mother loved volleyball as a kid, even while growing up. When I went to middle school, actually, me and my mother had went to the same middle school, and so my mother's volleyball coach, Mr. Terrell, was actually my mother's coach in volleyball. But when I went to that middle school, Mr. Terrell was my dean at the time in middle school. So I remember all these stories that Mrs. Terrell would say about my mother while playing volleyball. She's very like hyperactive, very competitive. So she had a passion for volleyball until she went had a kid at a young age, and then that's when she went and became a independent mother or a strong independent mother. It is mentality wise.
I love
So
it. I love that your mom was it definitely, well, like no matter what she did, she put her passion in it. It shows because you do the same thing and you do like carry that on. It's just in a different
yeah,
way, and you found your way that makes you happy and just embrace that and move on with that. I love that so
that's
much. I love learning so much stuff about your mom because it just makes my heart so full trying to like
yeah.
figure out who a person is, and only hearing just things that people like you don't like, where is that true, is it not, I don't know, and like, so I love that I'm getting these things that or I mean a lot of them I had good ideas, but these are personal that are awesome to hear that how much
So,
that she affected your life and does every single day. So yeah, she right
yeah.
alongside you, like helping you, guide you, and you're crushing it. I love that for you. It makes me happy, and it makes me happy how many people have band together to kind of be there to show the support, and now you kind of showing who you are to them. So uh, I know that if they didn't love you before, they really love you now. They see exactly what I saw, and we have those conversations. You're genuine, good human. I wanted to side sweep you with this one too, because this was like conspiracy theories, right? I really love me
Yeah.
some conspiracy theories, and I feel like a lot of people do. So I focus and go on these like rabbit holes. Do you have like a conspiracy theory that you invest in, and like why?
That is actually a great question. And you're gonna have to give me a moment to think about one. Actually, now that's a good brain thinker right there. I'm gonna have to. That's a good brain thinker. Oh, when it comes to conspiracy theories, I mean, what's the point of even thinking about it? Is it acknowledging someone's greatness, or just could it be true? If I was to say, I would say, does anyone think that Elon Musk is an alien? Is even because of how tremendous that like his brain works in this world? Is it is it extraterrestrial? You know what I mean?
Yes, we just had a conversation about this, and I totally agree with you because he's definitely just in the way that he does and carries himself. His mind is definitely way off and more advanced than most. And I was like on that whole rabbit hole too. Because if you actually have you looked up stuff about it,
I mean, there's plenty of things. I mean, I haven't looked up much though, but that's one thing that
it's
I'm
a rabbit
really
hole.
like. It is intrigued about because I have read some things about a lot of people claiming that he could be an alien that had just took form on this world, and just it's an alien that took human form. You know what I mean? I read a few things about that though, but it gets your brain thinking though because it's really crazy about how he's living in this world and like all these stuff that he's doing in this generation.
I know
So
I'm a big
another thing too though, what about Tupac even being alive? Is he alive or not?
I really do think
You know
he's
what I
alive. I
mean?
honestly think he's alive. No, like he's living somewhere
You
else. I
think
feel
he's
like
out in Cuba for real though?
once Diddy gets locked up for good and some people start going down, I have a feeling someone might pop back up. That's my theory.
You think
Um,
Tupac go out
there've
in
been
Cuba?
too many weird things. Like there's pictures of people that were like wouldn't have possibly been in a picture with them at their age. Like there's just been so many weird things that's like, okay, well, I mean, could it be AI generated or could that be an actual thing? So then, and
Yeah,
there's been like spottings where I'm like, okay,
yeah.
well, he looks really damn close then.
What do you think? What do you think about the government and cloning?
Cloning. Oh,
What
geez.
do you think about that one?
The world can't handle another coral. I'll tell you that right now. That's
Hey, we
food.
may
That's
need
too
more
many
of you though,
roaches,
honestly. You
you
know what I
know?
mean? We may need more.
uh, that's funny. Like it's kind of creeps me out. Like whenever I think about cloning or like AI, all that stuff kind of creeps me out because you're like, okay, for example, like I saw this robot that can do a whole surgery. Like it literally, you program it and it's set. You line the body up perfectly, and it goes in and it does it does it for you. So, what? Because I feel like not everybody's body is exactly the same. I mean, to a point, but I'm like, you want me to trust these robots to like do open heart surgery? Like, no, give me the old man right there that's been doing it for 55 years. You know, like I want that
Yeah,
guy.
of course.
And I just think about iRobot every time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
nope.
And does
I
that
mean,
take
I'll
us
be
back to Elon Musk though, too, the same time? Because with his Neuralinks and all the robots that he's coming out with, you know what I mean?
it's true. He
Uh,
doesn't definitely is going advanced with that kind of stuff, and
yeah.
I'm
I
curious to
mean,
see like where it goes.
even though throughout movies though, they like portray of how an alien is supposed to look like though, without any of us knowing how an alien really looks like.
Yeah, I think we all have that same visual, and we've all seen it in movies and cartoons and pretty much everywhere.
You
And we're
guys
like,
hear my grandpa screaming or no? Can you guys
I
that
didn't hear him. No, I didn't
that
hear him.
man is yelling right now at the football game.
You called it. You already said that.
he's he's screaming his lungs out at the TV right now. No, but like it's just like, I mean, they're shapeshifters, you know. We all seen movies. That's a conspiracy theory. Uh I'm trying to think of another one. And do you think they have how do you call it? And do you think there's something beyond or under it is Antarctica? You
You
think
know,
there's something going over there?
did you see lately because of like the political stuff? So anytime anything political comes up, there's all these weird things that drop out. Did you see? I was reading it all over the news about how because a lot of the territory in the ocean has not been, we can't go to the depths of some of these areas, and there's a lot that we
As they
haven't
tell us.
explored. So that's why they were like, "Hey, there's aliens that live in the ocean." I'm like, I wouldn't even doubt it because I've seen some crazy shit in there. Just even going on a fishing trip, like, what kind of fish is that? Because I ain't never seen that in my life. Like,
Yeah.
like, how do we know? Like shapeshifters, can you
Yeah.
turn into something? I don't know. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
picturing like the Edgar mask from Men in Black when he comes out.
Yeah. That's what we call aliens though, but like is that really the alien though? You know what I mean? We could be the aliens and not even know it.
it's it's true. I always say to certain people, have you ever had a conversation with someone and like you sit there for a while and after they walk away, you're like, alien for sure. Like
I think I would have that moment if I have a talk with Elon Musk. I would get alien vibes from him. You know what I mean?
So you have
Alien
one
vibes.
question right now to ask Elon Musk. What are you asking him?
Elon Musk. Damn, that's another good one right there. I never thought about the one question. Let me sit here and think real fast. I
Think
have
about it. Ponder
one
on it.
question to ask. One question to ask. What planet are you really from, Elon Musk? What
Well,
planet are you really
you went
from?
right to it.
What planet are you really from?
Oh man! So how about Cybertruck? Are you a fan of the Cybertruck or?
I'm a fan that it is bulletproof to a certain it is caliber, but
Mhm.
any on the looks of it, on how it looks, not really, not really. But I see what he's doing though. I see what he's doing though. So
Philip?
I'm not a big.
I like
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Cybertruck. I'm not a big fan of the Cybertruck.
See, I like Teslas, but I really don't like I think the truck it's just ugly to me. It just looks like a deformed, like a broke down like shoebox or something. I just don't, I can't. But I've been inside of one and I thought it was cool, but
Yeah, it's
because it
nice.
doesn't feel like that in the inside. However, like, I mean, the inside is of any sort of Elon Musk vehicle is amazing. Um,
Yeah.
It's definitely like I find it very weird when the car's driving itself and they're just like watching Netflix and like shaving and not touching the steering wheel, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
I don't know, I don't trust this right now, but
uh,
they're definitely proven to um he's like being more technical technology advanced, and I'm kind of curious to see what else they got going on behind the scenes.
yeah.
Imagine what we don't know what he's doing, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So,
That's so
and do
cool.
you think? And they say too with like all the Teslas and all the Cybertrucks, even though was it? It's all EV, correct? Even the Cybertruck.
Yep.
So, and do you think they're trying to throw all these EVs in our face so that they're able to control us at any given moment?
Well, you think about it, satellite shut down, what's going to happen? You know, utter chaos of these people that have relying, unless you have a hybrid vehicle, they're relying only on that. I've had people that have had some problems already because of satellites or something, that bad weather.
Yeah.
It's definitely sounds like super kind of crazy. Everybody's in there pushing on electric vehicles, and then what? Now everybody's just stuck. You know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't go
Well,
nowhere.
like
Sorry.
when you create something though, and you find like it gets put to the test, and then you're not able to find all the lemons. So like when they push everything out is what allows them is to see what is also wrong with their technology. Just like the past us with like when it comes to like all the all the old cars and how they changed and you know how they give the recalls and all that. So if they go through a process. So like anything that's happening with all the Teslas and all that now. If you even hear about Tesla that blew up in the Tesla dealership, it just
I
caught
hear
on
about the
fire
dealership.
and it just
I
blew
know I've
up.
heard about them happening, but no, not the
Yeah.
dealership. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was just one just sitting in a dealership and it just blew up. It just caught on fire and blew up, which is
Oh, good thing
weird.
nobody was in the dang car, because then that's a little
Yeah.
bit. The odds of that happening
No
are
one was
so.
injured.
Yeah, that's. Did they? Of course, you probably didn't hear anything after that, right? They just talked about it, and then it's like, what happened to that? Oh, nobody knows. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, well, and they're gonna shut the lights out on that before it goes out into the world. You know what I mean? Before it gets out to the world. So,
Okay, Duty Ron says that it was raining here today, so he says he recalled his Tesla from the employee parking lot and it drove itself to me. Like that, I just like find it
oh,
so weird just standing there and watching the car. Like, wait, there's no drive. Like now it's normal, but in the beginning when they're driving, and I'm like, that's super strange to not have somebody driving right now.
yeah, that is weird, but it's also awesome the same damn time though.
I feel like I'd
So,
go buy like a life size skeleton and put it in the driver's seat so that way it
oh, that
looks
would be
super creepy.
awesome. That would be awesome.
Just
That
pull up,
would
he's
be
got like a little
awesome.
cab, like a little taxi cab hat on. It's like, get in, like Halloween Town.
Yeah, maybe a Freddy Krueger, maybe a Jason in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like that'd be like even more creepy. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Duty Ron,
So.
you gotta help us out. Send us a video of you using a something creepy in that front seat. Let's watch the reactions of others.
Oh, that would be a great one. That would be a great one. You got to
Yeah,
do
put
that.
the
You
hidden
got to do that.
cam, like hidden cameras, and you just like catch people's expressions as you're doing that.
Yeah.
So funny.
So,
I love me a good conspiracy theory, and I definitely
what are?
appreciate you coming on.
Let me ask you the same question. What are your theories? What are your thoughts?
So Tupac has definitely been a big one of mine. Tupac has been something that I just go on those deep dives. I also have theories about like on the creepy Diddy side of that he was behind both Biggie and Tupac. And I have a feeling that we're gonna find more about that. I'm hoping, but then again, it goes back to like Epstein and all those things where there's a lot more people involved on the celebrity side that does definitely need some exposure, and it's just crazy to me how they get silenced. Like after like these people pass away, like after he was gone, that list all of a
Yeah.
sudden like didn't come out, and we were waiting. And I'm like, so I always have this like theory that these people are tied together at the top notch, starting Jay-Z, Beyonce, going down the list, and they have like this secret lifestyle, and it's mostly creepy crap, stuff that wouldn't be normal to the rest of society, and we sweep it under the rug. So I have like this huge old thing that they're in on it together, and they set things in that like what what they want us to see and how they want it portrayed, but behind the scenes, their hands are clean. So like I focus a lot on those like weird rabbit holes where I'm like, hey, that could have happened. You know, that's why
Yeah.
Justin Bieber's the way he is. That's why this, you know, like, but it's all conspiracy because I mean, a lot of it is true. We're learning, you know, that a lot of it's coming forward, but some of it's a really big conspiracy, especially the, you know, Diddy did a lot when Biggie died and had all these memorials and did all these things for him. And I truly believe that he was behind that. Like it's just my thing is he's like, hey, I'm gonna cause all this drama behind the scenes. And so now I'm just waiting for those things to unfold. Like, see, I freaking told you. I've been telling you this stuff. I told you don't trust Jay-Z. I love me some old 90s Jay-Z though. I love me some old like you bring it or like early 2000s, but him and his wife been doing something. They in off in another land. I listen to like, you know, the Dave Chappelle's and the Cat Williams and their conspiracies and like the Joe Rogans and like I like a lot of that crazy stuff too. Aliens have always been a big thing of mine. Just like you said, where I'm like, dude, I feel like they walk amongst us all the time and we just don't know. We're over here like that person's mentally ill and in all reality, they're alien.
Hey, what defines an alien? What defines an alien? You know what I mean? What defines it?
Well, it does. Yeah, you don't know. It's just somebody that's foreign to here. Like, so that's they're odd to you. However, where they're from, it's not odd. You know, it'd be really crazy for us not to believe that on our planet that we're the only ones that have life that exists. That would be really naive to believe that because there's so much out in the world. You know.
Yeah. And you think and we're going to Mars then? And you think we're gonna have the chance to go to Mars at all?
With Elon Musk, I feel like if you have a price, I feel like it's gonna be, hey, you got that money, you're gonna get the, you know, that opportunity. But I feel like
That's where the aliens are at. They're in fucking Mars. They only talk about Mars. It's gonna be at Mars. They're setting it up. No, I'm not going.
But if they could come,
not going.
I feel like if they could come here, then they could be that is amongst us. Have you ever like, all right, deep sea fishing, right? I like remember this fully of being like a kid and going on this trip, and they literally took a drop of the water and they put it on our tongues, and we each had like a dropper of water of the salt water in our tongue. Then they took the droppers and each one they put it on these little like petri dishes and we looked underneath a microscope and I swear to you it was like an alien jungle. I'm like, what is that? That was just in my mouth. Like what is that? It's furry. Like, and I was just like, man, that was just a microorganism. Could you imagine like what else is in the world that we're just like, you know, we don't see it so we don't know, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, so that's where it stems from, you see? Childhood trauma.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my science team for that lovely trip that ruined the rest of my life.
Yeah. So, and what really scares me though is what's really under the sea. All the species that are unknown. Just like even watching like Finding Nemo, and then they go down into the deep dark, and you see like the crazy fishes that you ain't even know they had. You know what I mean? Imagine if they go even deeper. What is down there? They say they can't go that deep though, but I'm sure they can go that deep. You know what I mean?
After all this time, but then like, you know, look at those guys that like had all those millions of dollars and built that device that went down to the Titanic, and that's not even like to the depths of the bottom of like the deepest parts. So they imploded basically with all that money invested in there. So it's like I'm sure that there's probably something we just don't know about, military grade or something that
they don't want to tell us yet.
They ain't gonna tell us that. You know how it works. They tell us what we need to know, and they disclose. Like now, they're starting to talk about aliens. Like, hey guys, don't pay attention to that over here. Guess what? There is aliens. We have proof. We're gonna come clean now. Like we done known that. Like
there's gonna be a photo of Elon Musk on there. Fucking alien. Jesus.
Do you shape shift, alien?
What planet are you from? Please say Mars, because I was right. I was fucking right.
That would be so crazy, right? Because then that would make more sense why he's investing all this into Mars. You know? I'll take my chances where I've lived comfortably and been safe. You know, the water's fine to drink, all that jazz.
Exactly. I don't want to go somewhere new right now, and it's not. They don't even have a city yet, unless it's underground that we don't know about. So
You know, I always think about that too. Like when there's like a natural like emergencies, like okay, you're going through a disaster, or something's coming, a hurricane, or natural devastation in general, earthquakes, tornadoes. It's so crazy to me when I think about like you watch it in movies, you watch it in shows where everybody piles in their car and they're on the road, knowing that when you see it in the movies, they're stuck and nobody can go. But yet every time there's a situation, they do the same thing. Like,
over and
did
over.
you see every damn movie? You ain't going there. So you better get a horse. You better start walking. You better get your hiking pack. Like, so I start thinking about that stuff too. Like, we have like a bag that we can grab just in case of emergency. That has like the main things, and like that's one of my things that I'm like, fill that bag. We gotta put that. We are definitely not taking the road. We are walking, and we're gonna
What
go
are the
that
4 main
ways.
things you're grabbing and putting in your bag if it's the end of the
What,
world? What are the
what am I
4
putting
things
in?
you're grabbing? What are the 4 things you're grabbing if
Okay,
it's
four
war comes to
things.
shit?
I'm definitely first off, you always got to have a first aid kit. Always, right? Even just the bare necessities, stuff like that, Tylenol, ibuprofen, all that little thing comes in the kit. So you got a good kit, like just in case you happen to need to like bandage up something or cauterize something quick. That's you cut yourself while when you're in a frantic situation. You never know. I try to think of the worst case. I used to watch those like bunkers and underground shelters, and I thought the people like they ain't so crazy now. Everybody's like they crazy. They are not so crazy. Water and all that kind of stuff is a necessity. So like I think about that first aid kit. I definitely need some form of substance. So I want like enough food to at least get me to point A to point B, because I'm hungry every 2 hours. So if I don't eat, I'm not going to be pleasant to be around, and it's going to take over my whole mind. I'm not even going
You're
to
gonna
think
be
straight.
hangry.
So
You're gonna be
yeah,
hangry.
I have to make sure I have at least some snacks to keep me going. So like those energy things, the ones that preserve all the things that, or like, you get beef jerky lasts for freaking ever. Like you can literally have a
I
bunch
never
of
thought
little
about
things.
beef jerky.
Love me some beef jerky,
I never
gotta,
thought about it though as that. That's a good idea.
yeah, that's how they lasted
Looking
in
at
like
it.
Oregon Trail, right? Yeah, yeah, they get the meat, they like
Yeah,
go
yeah.
and get the animals and they dry out because you didn't want the meat to go bad, so you'd dry it out and make a jerky so it preserved longer. So it's just kind of something that I thought about of like, hey, I don't want to have to like, is the food tainted around? Like, can we trust to that? At least I know I could trust what we have, and at least it'll last for so long. And I need some sort of light. I have a mag light, those big long cop ones, because that's a weapon, and that thing is freaking bright as hell. So definitely something that is one of my things. And then I think the other one is you got to stay strapped, man. Yeah, that's another thing that's got to go in there. Those knives,
I'm from Florida. Make sure you're strapped.
strapped up, because especially when it's your family, like, and you're in
Safety
survival mode.
first.
It's everyone for themselves, and it's like I got to protect me and my family. That's my whole goal. So what can get me and my family to the next step? I'm a smart thinker. I just got to have a little pre-pack.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Well, that's funny questions to think about, because people don't think about it. Like I also have a
Yeah.
bag inside of there, a whole bunch of different kinds of seeds. So like all these different vegetable seeds and different numerous ones. So that way you could start, you hunker down somewhere and start. It sounds crazy, but I'm into conspiracies and I want to be set. Like I have a green thumb. I could get out there and grow some shit.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Hey, I think that's kind of great because I think once we get off of here, I think our next video it should be about conspiracy theories, and then we go in deep into it. I think I like that.
I'm all down.
I
I'm
like
down
that
with
myself.
that. I'm down. And then what we could do is ask the community guys here. You got some conspiracy things? Comment them, and we'll do a spinoff of it on it. We'll start going off and talk some conspiracies. Well, definitely with the chat. This time, I apologize to the chat that we didn't really incorporate you. I know every time I usually go through the chat part, but in this case, I just wanted you guys to get to know Diane Ruiz and who she was. Rest in peace to her, and also to Christine Melton. Unfortunately, if somebody comes forward on Christine's side, I'd love to hear about her as well. But I just
Yeah.
wanted you guys to hear some like the beautiful children that she has raised, and get to know them a little bit better. So I hope that. I know everybody in the community has been super pumped for you. Also, shout out to my moderators. That chat has been squeaky clean. Duty Ron and his family, I always love him. He helps me out a lot with advice. with anything legal matters, because I'm a factual person. So like, I like to cross reference, and I'm like, this is what I found, and he'll give me, actually, if he doesn't know, he'll find a resource that does know. So I utilize him all the time. So if you
Of
ever,
course.
need some good advice, Duty Ron is your man.
Yeah. If you got Instagram, Duty, bro, just add me, and we'll keep in
Add him on
touch.
Instagram, Duty.
Add me on
Um,
Instagram. So
and always him and Jumpsuits community have been super awesome and doing a lot of support and rallying. And it was something that we just wanted to make you smile. And I'm glad that you
trust me,
got at
it's
least
all smiles
something.
over here in love.
And we do have some super chats here, so I wanted to call them out because all this is going to go to you, like I already explained. So we had, thank you for the new members. So thank you for becoming a member, Christy and Leslie. Duty Ron dropped some money here for you and the family. Um,
Thank you, Duty.
Danny Marie, she's
Mama's
also another
blessing right there.
Mama's blessing, and this is another
Mama's
one of
blessing.
my little favorite coral roaches. If you see, they call my moderators the roaches because we like we use treats. So she's one of my most prized roaches. So I have her up in here. I
Thank you,
shout out to all
Danny.
my mods. Honestly, they literally, when they say they ride at dawn, they ain't even lying. They do. So Chris, Crystal, Mama Mel, Papa Steve, I love all of you guys. I get so many of Kimber, Keys. I just want to give you guys a good shout out because you're always there and showing the love and, trying to always words of encouragement and positivity. So I love that. And DB Bentley dropped $50 for you. Thank you, DB. And then we have Bless Brandon Insane, and rest in peace to Diane from the Honey Bun Fund. And we have this is I always think it says
I thought
Chick-fil-A,
it
but
said Chick-fil-A. Oh yeah.
it's Chick-fil-A. I do it every time. I'm like, Chick-fil-A? Oh, like you gave him $20 for Chick-fil-A. I'm like, oh no, that's Chick-fil-A. I just remember the dog. Don't change your profile picture. I'm gonna call you Chick-fil-A. That's the only way to distinguish it. The community is awesome. A lot of these are community members, so I love that. Thank you guys for showing up. $10 here for a donation towards you. And Samantha here donated $20. We got another one of my favies. My prayers are with you always and forever, ever. And Dr. Ajem, sending you positive thoughts and encouragement to live your life to the fullest. Your beautiful mom will always be remembered by so many people. We love you, Brandon and Zane.
Much love.
Mama Caller, $9.99 drop for you. And we got you and your baby brother. Rest in peace, Diane. Thank you, Glorabelle.
Glorabelle. Oh, I know you from Instagram. What's up?
Oh,
I seen all the hearts. I seen all the hearts. I seen all the hearts. Thank
I
you.
love that. That's awesome. And then DB Bentley dropped another $50 to you. So shout outs to them again. Kim Weaver, thank you so much. And this is from Duty Ron again, from the Crime Time with Duty Ron community for Shane and the family. We all love you all.
And I love you guys as well.
And then she dropped $20, said, wish I could do much more. Hey, listen, anything is anything. We don't even ask for donations, even just your well wishes are, mama's blessings, like he said. And this is another one of my favorite. Her face is scary, but I assure you, with the 666, don't let it fool you. I mean, don't cross her, but like, don't let it fool you. She's the sweetest person. Literally the biggest heart that I know. And like her fierceness for her friends and her family is amazing. I love this woman so much. She's one of my backbones. So Brandon and Zane, much love and respect to you both. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, and rest in peace, Diane. She is a very big one. Always advocating for your mama. But yes, definitely. Thank you so much for coming on. We went about 30 minutes over than what I said. But I truly appreciate talking to you, and you're more than welcome anytime. Anytime you want to do conspiracy, you want to talk anything, I'm all about that kind of stuff. I all the fun kind of things, you know?
Yo. Is that you or me lagging?
Could be me. I don't know.
Having trouble.
Can you hear me now?
Uh-oh. Is that me?
It might be you. Oh, you're frozen on my side. Oh, now you fixed.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was lagging the whole time. Am I here?
Oh, yep. Yeah, I see you now. You're
Okay.
perfect now.
Okay. It's before this happens. It's before this happens again, though. But I do want to end it like this, though. Even though that we were speaking about my mom and just speaking about us in general. I do want to make sure that we still hold the torch up. It is for Christine Mountain and her family, and she cannot be forgotten. And I do want to make sure of that.
I agree with you, and I love that you
Rest in
said that
peace
on
to
the
Christine
podcast
Mountain.
too. You literally at the podcast said, wait, I have one more thing, and you made sure to address that her life was lost that day as well, and
Yes.
so we definitely raise the torch for both those beautiful souls and
Yes.
justice for you guys. And listen, you got a huge community behind you that will rally for you, and anything that we could possibly do to put a smile on your face, you let us know. You're welcome on any of our channels. I know like Duty Ron would love you, and Pablo would love you, and we will definitely help you grow your channel if that's something that you're interested in doing. Let us know, because we'll be right there to support.
Hey, the next one's Pablo. The next one's Pablo. I will be talking to him tomorrow.
All
So.
right, Pablo, you hear him? He's coming for you, Pablo. Jumpsuit, salute you. But
I got a
yeah,
lot. I got a lot to say to you. You know what I mean. The same things I told Carl, it'll be the same thing with you. It is before. You know what I mean. So I got a lot to say to you. So
my heart's so happy when you were like, you reached out to me and was like, hey, I have like a couple of days off. Do you want to do an interview, or you want me to come onto the platform? I just want to say hi and thank you to everybody. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm so like, this is
yeah,
everything for me, because this has just been a wild adventure, and it's been a bunch of roller coasters and headaches. And this is what it was about, was trying to do something. Like if it was my kids, like what would I want the world to do for them? Let's rally,
yeah,
So
of
I
course.
believe in that, and I know that if God forbid, knock on wood, anything ever happened, I know the same thing, that karma would come back and reciprocate. So it's always good to give out in the world like that. So I appreciate you, and let's talk. I'm gonna do after we get off of this live, I am going to do the members only, so we can just have a group discussion about just whatever, because I didn't really get to see the chat people. So I will do something. You're more than welcome to join that as a guest, if you, or I mean, like on the side if you want. No pressure. So anytime, you're more than welcome. This is your house as well. So
All right. Thank you, and I appreciate that. Thank you for having me. You are very appreciated, and I do thank you very deeply, very deeply. And then the same thing too for Mama's blessings. I love all you guys, and thank you. So more to
I
come.
feel like we need to make shirts now.
More to
It says
come in the future. More to come
mom's
in the future.
blessing on there, because man, that's the power of a mom is crazy, like no ends. Will we
Yeah,
stop to help out?
yeah.
So I love that, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. And I hope that your your grandfather gets his big win.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I hope you have a great night as well. I'm actually about to get inside there. I'm about to go watch the game and start screaming as well with him so that I can egg him on and make me laugh at the end of the day because I love it. I
That's
enjoy it.
awesome. I appreciate you. Stay tuned for the outro. I do have something that I put together for Diane and for Christine. And have a great night. Thank you guys for all showing up. Thank you for the community. I appreciate you. Thank you, Brandon. Let's talk.
Thank
We
you.
got to talk conspiracies now.
All right, man. I'm down.
All
I hope
right. Have a
everyone
good night.
has a great night. See you. Stay blessed.
Bye.